Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in this space. If you're interested in anything about international medical education, international medical students, international medical graduates, this is the right place. Thank you for coming back if you're a returning subscriber, and thank you for being here if you are a new subscriber. Today I'm going to be talking about things you can do as a medical student during your summer holiday. The summer holidays are here again, even though it's not ideal because of COVID right now, but then they are here and we've been given the break. And so I would like to share with you certain things you can do to be productive during this summer holiday. After an exhausting semester cramming notes and learning and staying up at night to just pass that exam, it is very important for you to get enough rest during your summer holiday. Yes, enough rest. I know many people think, oh, summer holidays are the time to chill and to have fun. It is true, but then also be sure to prioritize your rest, your peace of mind, your mental health. Be sure to find and place yourself in an environment that is going to ensure that you are rested well enough, spiritually, mentally, physically, and even in your environment. And so how do you relax? How do you rest? Some people like to vacation, some people like to have a staycation, some people like to sleep in more compared to the number of hours they get on regular days in medical school. So be sure to have a good rest. Be sure to reconnect with your family, your support system, the people that make you who you are. Let this be a holistic experience during your summer holiday. It's good to have fun, but remember to have a good rest. Also, the next thing that you can do during your summer holidays, especially as an international medical student, is to work on your language skills. We all do have the language barrier issue when we go abroad to study, especially in countries where do not have English as their official or native language. And so one thing you could do for yourself that would really benefit you is to brush up on your language skills. For example, here in China, you could brush up on your language skills. If you know that you have not taken, let's say, the HSK examination, which is what is taken here in China, it's a good opportunity for you to prepare for the exam, because having that exam cleared is going to help you in your patient interaction. And even having the basic Chinese or Russian or Ukrainian or any other language, French, having that cleared is important for you to also know that the medical language is going to be quite different. So you could start getting used to the medical language, practicing the medical language, probably listening to materials in the medical language, reading materials in the medical language, so that it will prepare you and help you to be able to have a good patient experience during your internships, your rotations in the clinics and hospitals. It is not an uncommon thing for a medical student, I mean, irrespective of nursing, pharmacy, MBBS, BDS, not to be able to cover all the materials in a semester, and sometimes some of these materials are not covered. The good thing about your summer holiday is that you'll be able to cover some of these things that you weren't able to cover, let's say in physiology, in anatomy, in pharmacology, whatever the course may be. You know yourself what you were lacking in, and especially after your examination, you will even be more certain of where your strengths and weaknesses are. So your summer holiday is a good time to go over some of these notes or some of these courses that you were not confident in. It's a good time for you to review, let's say, your exam questions. In some universities, they have an online portal where they do have the past exam questions and all of that. So you could log into your online portal and just go through them to see the ones that you weren't confident in, or find answers to the ones that you were doubting during your examination. I'm not saying you should do this all of your summer vacation, but you could just dedicate, let's say, the last week of your summer vacation to do this. But it's important for you to solidify some facts, that are going to help you build a very good foundation for your study. The next thing is externships, shadowing, internships, whatever you call it, nursing practice. Depending on the region where you study, most universities will organize, let's say, a nursing practice for the first year medical students, where they go to hospitals and learn basic nursing skills. If that is what is available, be sure to participate in it. Some schools will organize some form of externships where you can go and rotate in the hospital during the summer holiday. If that is available, sign up for it. Now I'm going to talk about scenarios where the university has not organized anything, what then can you do as an international medical graduate? You can shadow a doctor. Yes, it is possible. You do not always have to wait for your university to organize before you can shadow a doctor. You do know the affiliated hospitals to your university. Most likely than not, these hospitals are very ready to receive you once they know that you are a student of their affiliated university. So, are you interested in ophthalmology? Are you interested in surgery? Do you have an interest in pediatrics? You could decide to spend 1 or 2 weeks of your summer holiday shadowing a pediatrician, an ophthalmologist, a surgeon, just to know what the real work actually is. Because sometimes we do have an idea what the job is like and we do fancy it, but then when you do go there, you might realize that it might not be what you thought. So I really do advise that people who already know what they want to pursue in their medical career or field have a shadowing experience. So you could just go to the hospital, find the doctor in the department, talk to the doctor, explain what you want to do, that you want to shadow them, and you could shadow them for 1 to 2 weeks. But be sure to have clearly defined goals of what you want to achieve at the end of shadowing the doctor. You could follow them to their outpatient clinics, you could follow them to the operation room to observe their surgeries, you could follow them if they have any other appointments which they will allow you to, so that you have a rich experience at the end of your shadowing or internship or externship or rotations, whatever the terminology may be in the region you find yourself. Another thing that you can do during your summer holidays are forms of volunteer jobs. Yes, volunteer jobs in the school office, volunteer jobs in the library, volunteer jobs even as a research assistant. Yes, it is possible as a medical student to be taken as a volunteer for a research. So you could join a research team and you could learn some valuable skills as a research assistant. It's also very possible for you to have a volunteer job in a hospital. Personally, I was able to have a volunteer job in an attaching hospital to our affiliated hospital. I had this through my mentor at the time, who was working as, let's say, a locum, sort of a locum. He volunteered his time to a hospital from a smaller city. So because of that, I had the opportunity to also volunteer there. The thing with volunteer, especially when it comes to hospitals, is that you should have a specific task, because when you do write on your CV or any document that you were in volunteering, you should be able to state what exactly you were doing during the process. And so you should have a specific task. For instance, I volunteered in the cardiovascular department, the adult cardiovascular department, and at the time my task included getting patient blood pressures, fixing the Holter monitors for ECG and taking it off when time is over, and learning how to read ECGs, basic physical examination, because I was a medical student. So you're not expected to do a transesophageal process or any complicated stuff. You're just expected to have the basics and understand the basics that you do practice. So yours could be just taking the blood pressure at the outpatient clinic. Yours could be just checking the weight and the height and the temperature. Whatever volunteer job you do get at the hospital, be sure to have a specific task. You could learn from many other things that you see around you, but to have a specific task for yourself that you could do whenever you attend for your volunteer jobs. Sometimes, even though these are 10 volunteer jobs, you might be lucky to have some compensation for what you do. It is not common, but then you might be lucky to have some compensation for what you do, especially when it comes to being a research assistant, or let's say volunteering for the school office, the international office, or any programs out there. And sometimes there are even programs that are like affiliate with the university. Let's say the university with an international body, the university with the UN, the university with some of these NGOs around, to serve a particular purpose to the community about HIV/AIDS, about communicable diseases. These opportunities may be available to you, so be sure to seek for them. They are not going to present themselves to you on a platter. Ask and seek for them. Ask your seniors, search online, ask the teachers and the professors in the school, and if there are any such opportunities, it is very good if you can grab them and have an experience being a volunteer. Let's talk about medical conferences. Yes, summer is the season for medical conferences worldwide. No matter the region you find yourself in, no matter the country you find yourself in, it is most likely that during summer there are going to be numerous or a number of medical conferences in your city, in your hospital, around you, or even in neighboring cities or other countries. Seek for these opportunities. Attend some of these conferences, network at these conferences, learn new techniques, new skills, new knowledge about things that you're passionate about. If you have a passion for cardiology, for pharmacology, for medicine, for whatever it is, it's about having relationships, as I mentioned, doing a rotation or shadowing under a doctor. You could find out what medical conferences that he is due to attend in this summer holiday, and I know he'll be more than pleased to invite you to the medical conference. Have an experience at these conferences, network with people, learn as much as you can, and I'm sure that it's going to benefit you a lot. I was lucky and privileged to attend a couple of medical conferences organized by an international body during my study as a medical student, and I say that those experiences were worthwhile. Be informed that yes, some of these medical conferences might come at a cost. You might have to pay money like to travel, your flight tickets, your hotel booking, accommodation during the conference, but I still think that they're worth it. The few conferences that I did attend were worth every penny that I spent on them. And so when you do have the opportunity, attend these. And what's more, fortunately or unfortunately, COVID has made it possible that there are so many online conferences as you can think of. Yes, in every field, in every specialty, all you have to do is search. It is just at the click of a mouse away. Search online. There are so many virtual meetings, conferences online on all platforms. Make use of them. Most of them are free entry, even with certificates given and even with free packages. I've seen some of them with free lectural subscriptions for a couple of months. Search online and make use of these during your summer holiday. So these are a couple of things that you can do during this summer holiday. I know the weather is really hot and all you want to do is go to the beach and swim and have fun, but let that be a balance. Have fun, enjoy, be sure to have a good rest, and also be sure to partake in some of these activities that are very good for building your CV and also very good for giving you a great experience to become an all-round great professional in the future to come. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and share this video with all medical students that you do know, those in pharmacy, nursing, dentistry, whatever medical field that they're training for, because I'm very sure that it will be beneficial to them. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.